So we are here at the DeepCon15, and
cheers.
Yes.
Ciao.
We're gonna have some questions from the audience to Dominic. First question: was it difficult to take over the Star Trek legacy?
Yes and no. I mean, there was a certain intrepidation. I tell you, I had the honor of the first shot of the pilot. Yeah. And there was a moment when I stepped up onto that stage of the bridge and went to my seat and sat down, pretending to be a spaceman. And there was a certain, okay, here it goes. Yeah, good feeling. And then strangely enough, I had the honor of the last shot.
Wow.
Of the last episode. It was a strange thing that it happened like that. And but what a run, and I think back to those years very fondly, with a lot of love. And my experience of living in Los Angeles would not be the same without those years on that show, working at Paramount. And and I watched the show as a kid growing up. So yes, there was a certain, here we go.
Okay.
Don't fuck it up.
Okay. Which character did you hate and love the most in the Star Trek Enterprise?
Well,
well, maybe it's hard. I mean, let's say just the one you love the most.
No, I tell you what I hate. That dog, Porthos. Bitch.
There you go.
There were two of them. Yeah. Season 2, I remember the dogs trotting by me and they sort of looked up and went, "Oh, you're still here." And they went to their big trailer. I stepped into my little porter cabin. And, I can't ever say enough about Scott Bakula and Captain Archer. He made those years absolutely joyful. Oftentimes when someone at the top of the food chain can be tricky and a lot of ego, and that can permeate down through all the ranks, because film sets are very hierarchical. So there's a lot of room for bullshit.
Okay.
And he's pissing on me and I'm going to piss on you. So thankfully with Scott there at number 1, he'd be laying track with the crew if we were on location. And the sun's going down, and and there's Scott laying track with the guys, and more than once I'm like, "Scott, you're making me look bad. I'm not doing this. Diet Coke, I'll be in my trailer." So yeah, Scott, God bless, and thank you, Captain Archer.
Okay. Getting to know you in these days at DeepCon15, you're a very joyful, open person, which is very different from Malcom Reed. Seems to be. How did you manage to get into the character?
Malcolm was quite different. It's an odd thing, Within me, Malcolm is there. When I was 17 and at school, I was a very keen officer cadet in the CCF, it's called, which is the military, forces, and I actually come from an army background. My mother's father was a brigadier in the British Army. He fought in 2 world wars. He was given the Order of the British Empire by King George, and the story in my family always goes he would have been knighted, but he didn't get on with King George. So he was a big army guy, and there was a time I thought I was going to join the army after school. I went to stay with the Scots Dragoon Guards, a Scottish regiment in Germany on the Rhine at Osnabrück for about 2 months when I was 17 to see if I was going to do this. Yeah. I came back and I told my mum, I went, "No, it's not for me. It's good fun shooting the guns, driving the tank, but the rest of it, it's bullshit." Wasn't for me. But I kind of modelled Malcolm on this 17-year-old boy. you know,
That's
that was
interesting.
keen on that lifestyle at that time. So that's who Malcolm is.
All right. 98 episodes of Star Trek Enterprise, 4 years. Is it hard for an actor to live with the same character? Did you ask the scriptwriter for a change along the way?
Well, no, I never did. I was very happy with what they wrote me. I knew going into the show that the main thrust was going to be the triumvirate of T'Pol, Trip, and the captain. You know,
Yeah.
classic Star Trek. Spock, Kirk, Jim. So, you know, I always knew I was going to be a second fiddle character, but God bless, they gave me way more to do than I ever would have imagined. And early on, you know, they wrote that episode for me and Connor, Shuttlepod 1, in the first season. And what a treat that was to get to do, you know, really. It was like a two-hander play. And so I tell you, when I had a great schedule. You know, Connor worked his ass off. He'd work, you know, 60, 70-hour weeks, 80-hour weeks sometimes. And I'd be at the beach surfing, playing golf. You know, I'd have 6-day weekends. John Billingsley even got it better than me, but he had to put the makeup on.
Okay.
John used to have a song. He came to work one time. Ayo, ayo, sitting at home and the checks still come. Sitting at home drinking beer in the sun. Ayo, and the checks still come.
A limbo. Okay. High budget series like Game of Thrones versus low budget web series. The market is offering chances to new voices. Do you believe in this development? Could social network become a real financial tool for culture and science fiction?
Yes.
Ah, yes. We wanted this.
Without a doubt. I'm sure of it. It's just a matter of time now. You know, it's left me behind. You know, I don't tweet. I don't Facebook. Sorry, it's not me. I think I know who it is pretending to be me on Facebook.
Oh.
I have a feeling I know.
Oh, you have a fake account.
Oh yeah.
Many, maybe.
I think I've got a couple. But the longest running one that people actually think it's me, I think I know who it is.
Okay, then it goes straight to this question. How do you deal, if you do, with geeks and trolls? Do you have any anecdote to tell?
How long have you got? I've been doing this for 12 years now.
The best.
I've got stories.
The best.
I've got stories about stories. Yeah, God bless the nerds. What would be a good nerd? My first convention, how about that? So I go to Arizona. I'm so scared, particularly about the Q&A. 1 hour on stage. I think I've got to be a stand-up comedian for an hour. And so I'm backstage. Well, I should say, the limousine, we used to get limousines then. When the limousine took me from the airport in Arizona, in Phoenix, it's 120 degrees outside. It's in the desert. And we pull up at the convention hotel, and there at the crosswalk, the zebra crossing, I look out of the portal at the back of the limousine, and there's a pack of Klingons, all in the hair and the leather in 120 degrees, sweating their tits off. So I'm like, oh my God, there's my peeps. So I'm backstage, I'm gonna do this Q&A, I'm super nervous. And I said to the guy that was looking after me, I said, listen man, I gotta pee, you know, I can't do it. I said, well there's nowhere here, we're in the kitchens, you know. I said, well, he said, the only bathroom is the one across the convention hall. I went, take me there. So we go there, I push open the door, and there's 2 Klingons standing right there. And when they saw Malcolm Reed coming into the bathroom, they're like, ding. I'm like, all right, lads. So I go around the corner for a pee. I'm standing there, I'm having a tinkle, and I can hear them whispering about me. And presumably, it was about me. because it was in fucking Klingon.
Okay.
I'm freaking out.
like you in the serial.
I come back around and go, and they're gone. Like, was that a dream? Yeah. Welcome to the nerd.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. You worked in movies, TV series, theater. You lend your voice for video game, but the science fiction experience is just related to TV series. We are shooting a crowdfunded web series called Flush, and a science fiction show in theater. Do you think that the time has come for science fiction to take over other means of expression and cross-media products?
That's a hell of a question. I've had 2 beers. No.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
I don't know what to say to that. I mean, yeah, it's sure. Why not? It's certainly possible. Read me the last bit again.
No, I mean you work many fields in the entertainment,
Yeah.
but only one with science fiction genre. And why is that? I mean, do you think that why you didn't do any science fiction movies or plays?
Well, we thought we were going to
theatre?
do. We thought we would do movies. Why aren't there? Well, science fiction theatre. It's coming. I'm sure it's coming. There must be Star Trek. You know, I remember there was a guy that came to my trailer a couple of times. He was trying to do Star Trek the musical. I think. I'm pretty sure it was a musical.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, did it? Not that I know of.
Well, yeah, that's why I asked if the time had come.
Well, I could see Star Trek the musical. It all depends on Paramount, doesn't it? You know, right now they're making money again with J.J. Abrams. Who's going to do the 3rd one? We'll see. Because J.J.'s going to go do Star Wars.
A lot of things. Yes.
We'll see what he
Star
does
Wars. Okay.
Hey, it's been fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you very
Nice
much.
one. Pleasure.